Okay, so today I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about how to make less buggy gameplay in Geometry Dash. I know there's some videos out there about how to make like better gameplay or like more fair gameplay, but today I guess I'll just be focusing on like little things you can add to make things less buggy, make things less inconsistent, make transitions better. Some of these things you guys might already know about, but I'll put them all together in a video anyways, just as a guide for anyone who needs it. So first, let's talk about speed changes in levels. Speed changes mostly have a big effect on like frame alignment. So for example, if I go into 60 FPS here, so we have a 60 FPS frame perfect here, and because I fell down here, I hit the speed portal from its left side with the right side of my icon, which is how you'll be hitting portals most of the time. It's also the most consistent way to hit a portal, but if I do something like jumping over it, like this, and not hitting it with the left side of my cube, you see it kind of, where I hit it is where I hit it with the bottom of my cube, so I'm not hitting it the same as I would hitting the side. The timing becomes impossible. So yeah, I've been trying for a while and I can't seem to get past it. So it's definitely impossible to pass if you don't hit this correctly. Now, there are a few ways you can fix this. One of them is to just copy it, the speed portal, move it up a few blocks, make that invisible, like so. So now if I jump, I can make the timing, even if I don't hit this speed portal because I'm hitting this one on its side. Yep. So now it works. And the second thing that you can do is set up a follow player Y trigger and give the speed portal a new group, set that group through there, then just set the move time to max move time, and then now it'll just follow your player's y-axis position so that it just keeps going up and down. You can keep hitting the side of the portal every time. Now another thing, using 90-degree angled speed portals is good, but for any other angle, I don't personally use them because the hitbox gets rotated, which means you can hit it differently. But however, if you're using them in something like wave gameplay, they just look nicer, then I would suggest placing over top of it a slightly larger speed portal, make that invisible, and then copying it down so that this whole area where the wave can go is covered by the straight hitbox. Now the larger hitbox is covering the smaller rotated one. You'll still be hitting the speed portals consistently every time. That's just personally what I do. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but it probably does. You could also just do this with the follow player Y triggers too. That might work a lot better. But moving on, here's a little lesson in fake blocks. So let's say I have this timing here and I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty good, and I keep playtesting it. But oh no, what happened here? I hit the edge of this block and I died. So I avoided this spike, but I still died because I hit this stupid block here. So unless you want that to be annoying, just delete it and then put a fake block there. So now I can go through that block a little bit, but still miss the spike and complete the timing correctly. I use these like all the time in these sorts of situations. How I make fake blocks, I grab the 3D lines and just kind of make a square with the 3D lines, grab some big glow, set it to black, and then copy paste it, and then just squeeze that right in there, and then now you have yourself a fake block. Now this next one is especially important if you're making really difficult gameplay, like extreme demon gameplay. Avoid using too many orbs in a row, especially portal movements like this, because how you hit one orb is going to affect how you hit another. If I hit this blue orb late like that, I will be more close to hitting the middle of this pink orb. But if I hit the blue orb kind of early, then that throws me off. It kind of screws me up. It places me more to the left of the pink orb. Here's another example. If I tap this blue orb early, I can land on this platform correctly and jump over the triple spikes. But if I tap it too late, I can hold here. I still won't be able to get past it. So yeah, avoid doing that, and if you do, then make sure that you give the player a grace period to realign themselves. I think the final thing that I want to talk about, which is very important, especially on lower refresh rates, is frame alignment when it comes to size portals. Hitting a size portal can also change your alignment, especially for wave. So I set up a pink pad and a spike here so that I will enter this portal consistently every time. So that time I made it through this mini wave gap, and the frame on the big wave that I released on was this frame right here. So now what happens if I release on this frame? Well, I can't make it, and I will do it again. And yeah, if you try to hold here, you will just go straight up into this corner, and then the next frame past that is this one, and you just die. There's no way that you can fit through here if you release on this frame. Moving on to the next topic, we have floor sliding or D-blocks. I'm again still on 60 FPS. If I have a start position here and I try to make this wave timing, it just is not possible. If I try to take this frame, I will hit this wall, and if I try to take the lower frame, I will hit that wall. So this is a 0 frame timing, which technically doesn't exist, but let's take the same setup, and this time we have the wave portal on the floor, and now the timing is possible. And actually, it's a 2 frame timing. So I have this frame here that I can go up on, and then I can also take the frame that is closer to the wall and go up from there. So because the wave is moving horizontally instead of diagonally, it actually gives the same wave gaps more frames that you can pass it with. And if I move everything up, place D blocks, and then I do some slight adjusting, then the same thing happens. 1 frame and 2 frame. So another 2 frame timing. D blocks or hitting the ceiling or floor are very helpful with realigning wave. Now to wrap things up, there is another video all about frames, frame perfects, frame alignment in Geometry Dash made by Kugel Blitz, and you guys should go check that out because it is a pretty cool video. I will link it in the description. But other than that, that's about it for me. Just wanted to share a little bit of my personal bug fixing knowledge. Some of the stuff is probably common knowledge, but that's okay. I'm just kind of compiling a bunch of information into one video. So if you found it helpful, you know, drop a like, drop a subscribe, you know, like and subscribe for more Geometry Dash tutorials. And yeah, bada bing, bada boom, goodbye.